And good evening, football fans, and welcome to KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week. Tonight we're in Bountiful for a Region 5 matchup as the Roy Royals put their undefeated record on the line against the Viewmont Vikings. A pleasant Friday evening to you all. Matt Coma, Moose, being with you here tonight. And Moose, a big Region 5 battle here tonight as we get to see some two high-powered offenses.
Big Region 5 battle. That's the understatement of the century right there, Matt. We've got two Goliaths, nay, Titans, going against each other. And we have a ton of talent on this field tonight. I'm excited. There's a lot of guys you'll be seeing play on Saturdays, and we'll talk a lot about that. And we've just got two phenomenal squads going head-to-head tonight.
As we see the coin toss going on at midfield, let's talk about the two teams. Let's start with the visiting team. The Royals coming tonight as the top-ranked team in 5A in the latest RPI rankings. They are 7-0 on the season. First time since 2020 that they've done that. It's also the fourth time in school history that they're 7-0. And the Royals have been electric on offense and stifling on defense.
Yeah, last time they were 7-0, Parker Kingston was the quarterback. It was after Dart, who was at Corner Canyon. But they have some absolute dogs here at Roy, and they really reflect on their coach, Chris Solomona. His calves are as big as Kyle Whittingham's, and that's saying something out here. Absolute amazing human beings on both sides. But I like this Roy squad. Logan Sella, Colby Freucher. There's some dudes where you're like, man, there's nothing these guys can't do.
On the other side, you see the Viewmont Vikings are the home team tonight. They started the season 4-0, lost the next two games to Northridge and Woods Cross, but a big bounce back against Box Elder, and it's still one of the top three offenses in 5A that we're going to see here tonight.
Yeah, like I said, there's some Titans on the field, starting with Titan Longson. Titan, he's the all-time leader in touchdown passes in Viewmont history. What does that mean? It means they haven't thrown the ball since Coach Jones got here. But they have been absolutely dominant, and it's just fun to watch the growth of this team. Sure, there's been some bumps in the road. Same thing in life. But these guys, they've handled the adversity, and they're ready to take on the number one team in their region.
So you see the coin toss there. Roy has won the coin toss, but they defer to the second half. So we'll see the Vikings on offense to start things tonight. We talked with the coaches before the game, Moose. We talked with Coach Solomona for Roy, kind of saying that this is a trap game. The gauntlet really starts tonight for the Royals. Their next three games, tonight against Viewmont, who's the number 8 team in the RPI. Next week's the big game against Bountiful. They get to host that for senior night. And then number 9, Northridge, on the road to close out the season. This is where the season really starts for the Royals.
Yeah. You see, Viewmont's already gone through Northridge and Bountiful, going 1-1. Getting the win against Bountiful, and that was a tough one. But this is where we see, is Roy for real? Are they for real or are they for fake? I don't know. I don't know if anyone in this state knows, but we're going to find out real quick with Viewmont coming out on 0.
So we'll see the Vikings on offense. They're in the maroon uniforms tonight. You see the Royals over there in the white uniforms coming down the road to take on the Vikings. Only the second time that these two teams have met as region foes, since Roy was a 6A team for most of the 90s and 2000s. So these teams have only played each other a handful of times, I believe. I put it on my notes here. It's the 12th meeting all time. Roy leads at 7-4, so not a lot of history between these two schools, but a lot on the line here between these two teams.
Yeah, this is playoff potential. There's a lot of big things going. And Roy, they're getting hyped. They got some chee-hoos going. You can hear it all the way up here. And we're raring to go, I guess.
As the Royals take the field, getting ready for this one, looking to get to 8-0 since that Parker Kingston season of 2020.
Yeah, Parker Kingston he's a decent returner for BYU.
Just a decent returner.
And then another former player, Jackson Dart. He's an okay quarterback, too. Nothing special.
Just breaking stat categories in the SEC, just no big deal.
I was laughing. Jackson Dart, before his senior season, I looked at his stats from Roy. I'm like, I don't know if you'll run for 100 yards. I looked down, he still had some baby fat and some cankles. I'm like, heck, I'm taking that down after seeing it in person. Maybe 75 yards on the season. He went on to rush for almost 1,400.
So just waiting for kickoff here as we have reached week 8 of the season after tonight. 2 weeks left in the regular season before the real fun begins and the playoffs get underway. So seeding at the highest importance here over this next couple of weeks.
Absolutely. Number 1 coming in to kick it off, Colby Freucher. He just committed to Montana State. Big deal for a big kicker. And he also plays safety and he plays quarterback.
Plays wide receiver, too.
Plays wide receiver. He does everything. He's probably the most athletic specialist in the country this year.
So Froker will kick this one off to get things started on the first weekend of October. As week 8 is underway, this one will go into the end zone for a touchback. And we'll see Titan Longson and this Viewmont offense on the field first. Moose, you mentioned how great Titan Longson has been. He's broken the state or the school records for passing yards and touchdowns. Last week, just looking at his stats alone, 389 yards and 5 touchdowns in that win against Box Elder.
I expect more out of Titan. He's been training with John Beck, going down to whatever it's called. Can't remember the name of it, but he's got the training, he's got the swag, and he feels better. Last time we were here, he was a little under the weather, and you could tell from his gameplay.
So we'll see how the Vikings go here. 1st and 10 from their own 20. Vikings spread it out, 4 wide outs, and they'll hand it off on first down and move in the pile. That'll be Benji Tolman's first carry of the night.
Unfortunately, it looks like the turf monster got him to start the game off. You're like, no, please. Keep our guys upright.
So gains about 2 on that one. Spotted at the 22-yard line, 2nd and 8. Benji Tolman's kind of taking over the running duties here. Viewmont doesn't really run the ball a ton, but we'll see a lot of Tolman in this game.
Look out for number 6 at the top of your screen, Kingston Mickens.
Then they'll hand it off to Tolman once again. Breaks a tackle, trying to get to the line again. And they'll spot him just shy at the 29 as back-to-back carries for Tolman has him for a 3rd and 1.
So the chess game has begun. It looks like Viewmont is spreading everyone out and saying, hey, we saw something we liked with our big boys up front. We think our big boys can move your big boys. Here we go. And so far, averaging about 4.5 yards per carry, Benji Tolman has proven them correct.
So 3rd and 1 here early for the Vikings. They'll bunch it up this time. And Tolman in the backfield. He'll take the direct snap. And bounces it outside for the first down. Picks up 3. And a new set of downs for the Vikings.
Yeah, coming out in that Wildcat formation. He was viewing, he was looking, he was scanning. And then he finally took the snap. He could have gone a little bit faster.
Still able to pick up the first down. To pick up a 3. So 3 straight carries for Benji Tolman.
Which is exactly how you thought a team that threw for 5 touchdowns last week would start the game out with.
Well, we thought about that the last time we were here when Viewmont took on Northridge in that battle of undefeateds. It was a defensive stalemate between those two teams. As Titan Longson looks to throw for the first time, he connects on the far side with Jordan Jones, and he goes nowhere. Maybe a gain of 1 on that one before the Royals got to him.
Goodness gracious. Number 7, Jackson Schofield, 6'3", 215, and he looks every bit of it. Just a big boy in the middle.
Scoville, one of the top tacklers on this Roy defense, 61 tackles and 6 tackles for loss on the season. So far this season.
You don't usually see 6'3" monstrosities playing nickel kind of outside backer.
4 wideouts again. They'll hand it off again and finding his way through the pile. That's number 1, Blake Moore, first carry of the night, another first down.
Great carry by Blake. They're finding the lanes, and Roy's got to find a way to toughen up in the middle right there. They were working on getting spread out all week, and they're like, we weren't expecting a rushing attack.
Say, they've had 5 plays, 4 of them rushing plays so far in this game so far. New set of downs, 1st and 10 from the 45. Longson with 2 backs in the backfield this time. Looks to throw. Lobbing it near side and almost a one-handed catch from Drez Jensen. Incomplete 2nd down.
Drez had a monster game last week, but That one just slipped right through his fingers. It was in the bread basket where only he could get it, and not even he could get it on that one.
So it brings up 2nd and 10. Mentioned Dres Jensen for the Vikings. A lot of receiving targets here for Longson in this potent Viewmont offense. You have Cash Tuya, Jordan Jones, Dres Jensen, and Kingston Mixons, all with over 350 yards receiving this season.
Goodness gracious.
2nd and 10 here for the Vikings. Longson, quick throw, finds Jones, and a little shiftiness near the line again as the Vikings get past midfield, and they'll bring up 3rd and short.
They're getting into a lot of 3rd and manageables, which is nice. Because you hate it when you're 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8. But when you're 3rd and 1, you're like, oh, the whole playbook's still open for me. And if I want, I can use another down.
So another 3rd and 1 here for the Viewmont offense. 8:24 and counting our opening frame.
Is Benji wearing like a skull cap?
It's what it looks like from up here.
His head looks a little bigger. He seems a little smarter from up here.
3rd and 1. He's going to take the Wildcat formation once again. And he'll have another first down as he pushes the pile near the 40.
Man, just a little bowling ball, little cannon getting shot out in that big old Wildcat formation.
Gain of 5 for Tolman, and that'll bring up another first down for Viewmont as they continue to just run it down the throat of this Roy defense.
Man. It's like they've got a band here because they're just marching. My goodness.
This will be the 10th play of the drive here for Viewmont.
They're bleeding the clock as well.
4 wideouts with Tolman in the backfield. Longson thought about it, instead keeps it himself, makes a nice move, and he's near another first down as Longson calls his own number that time.
Titan sitting there, he did the loop-de-loop and pull, and his shoes were looking cool. He got that ball, pulled it, got all the way up, and what a fantastic job by Titan. He can get it done through the air, but don't underestimate his ability on the ground.
Able to pick up 9 on that one, brings up 2nd and 1. Good awareness, able to split both of the defenders that were rushing in on the middle on that play.
He's just a quick decision maker. That's what I like about Titan Longson.
Has Moore and Tolman in the backfield here for 2nd and 1. As Longson looks to throw. Good pocket, fires over the middle, connects. And down inside the 15 is Cash Tuya for another first down.
Man, what's it Tuya? Cash says he's money, and he gets down the field in a hurry. I loved his ability to get north and south. Sometimes you get these quick receivers, and they get east and west, and you're like, no. Let's get yardage. Come on. And Cash Tuya getting it done. This has been a very impressive drive to start off for Viewmont.
Gain of 19 on that one. Brings up 1st and 10 from the 13. Ryan Tillman now in the backfield. He'll get the carry on first down. Gets about 5 on that first carry.
That's a really impressive carry. Ryan Tillman's older brother is actually a running back at Snow College. He just got an offer from SUU, little do you know.
Congratulations.
Yep, whole Tillman family, they're pretty athletic, if you do say so myself. Ryan himself, he's a slower one, only runs a 10-700.
Only? Second and 6 here for the Vikings.
Hopefully this next track season he can improve upon that.
Hope so.
Oh, got a diamond at the bottom of your screen.
13th play of the drive. They'll pass it near side. Mickens looking for the corner. And they spot him out of the bounds at the 2-yard line.
Mickens is saying, I think I got it, but alas, not so. But he got the first down.
Did pick up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 2 here. Or excuse me, spotted at the 1. Gain 8 on that one.
You're going to see a Wildcat or a hectic Viking, whatever they call this formation, is what I'm willing to bet.
The Viking offense has driven down the field. It's the Wildcat formation, as Moose mentioned. Tolman in the backfield. Takes it on 1st and goal, and no signal yet. No, he's down. The DeRoy defense holds on 1st and goal.
He gained about a yard, and he needed a yard and 1 inch.
They spotted as close as you can get to that goal line there.
Man, if this was my golf game, this would be a putt just hanging out on the rim of the hole. Someone needs to just blow the football, and I think they'd break the plane. That's what I do with my golf ball.
15th play of the drive, 7 minutes off the clock here on this opening drive as Tolman looks to punch it in here. Takes it again on the direct snap, lowers the shoulder, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Viewmont.
Oh, Tolman the truck is what we might be calling him after that, because there was no one stopping him. Was there a hole? No. There's a poor Roy Royal sitting in the lane, and good night. He got knocked over.
So the Vikings march all the way down the field, a 7-minute, 8-second drive capped off with 6 points. And how about that start for the Vikings?
I can't believe it. That was amazing.
On the kick is Drew Brees. Extra points up and good. And how about this start, Moose? 7-0 Viewmont after their first drive of the night.
One person's excited, Coach Jones, as you see on your screen right now. Don't get too excited, though, Coach. You've got a partially torn Achilles. We can't have him celebrating too hard.
He's got the boot off. We saw him with the boot last time. Still not at 100%, but we don't want him to go back into the boot.
No. We saw him. We're like, you're going to be jumping around? He's like, only on my toes.
So how about that? A 15-play, 7-minute drive for Viewmont, capped off by the 1-yard touchdown from Tolman. And they did most of it on the ground this time, Moose.
Yeah, really interesting. You had a great job by Cash Tuya, and Kingston Dickens almost got it in. But super awesome game plan right there. Got all the way down the field. And what you'll see is a lot of these Roy guys go both ways. So they're going to get tired with that type of drives.
Second rushing touchdown of the season for Benji Tolman as Breeze gets ready to kick this one off. Line drive kick's going to go well into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback for the Royals, and we'll see the Roy offense for the first time tonight. Led out by the senior quarterback, Drew Gardner. And a couple of big running backs for this Roy team in Logan Sella and Robert Young.
Yeah, both those guys, they can do it all. But Drew Gardner makes this team go. He has definitely earned being the quarterback after beating out the punter, which you don't often say. But I'm excited to see Roy. This game, it's tantalizing. I'm like, hey, what's going to happen? But we get a feast beauty with this Roy offense.
So we'll see this Roy offense coming into the night, the top scoring offense in 5A, the fourth top scoring team in the state, averaging almost 43 points a game so far this season.
I don't know if they face corners like they have tonight, though.
They'll hand it off on first down. That's Logan Sella, first carry. Weaves his way for a gain of 4 on first down.
Yeah, Logan Sella this last week was actually the Utah Preps Player of the Week. Tip of the cap to Logan Sella.
He can do it all. A lot of these receivers / running backs for the Royals, they can do it all for this Roy offense.
Yeah, he had over 150 yards rushing, 100 yards receiving, 2 interceptions, and a partridge in a pear tree last week.
Sella in the backfield with Gardner on 2nd and 6. As Gardner will look to throw, takes a deep shot far side, looking for Froker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Vikings. It's Zach Anderegg, one of the top DBs for this Viewmont defense, coming up with a stop.
Man, Viewmont is hyped. Coach Jones, calm down, protect the leg. But fantastic job by Zach Anderegg. Coming in from a safety spot, reading it perfectly. Ball goes in the air, and he gets the INT. Wow, if you're a Viewmont fan, this game could not have started off better.
For Zach Endrick, that's the team-leading 4th interception of the season for him. He came into tonight's contest in a tie for 4th in 5A for interceptions. He's now alone in that 3rd spot with that interception. And now we'll see the Vikings take over from their own 49-yard line, 1st and 10. Hand off to Tolman, breaks a tackle. He's got 6, maybe 7 on first down.
Man, if it's working, you don't need to change things up, and they're having a lot of success on the ground, keeping the ball safe. Roy's got to find an answer on this D-line. They like having that three-man front, but you might see a fourth guy put his hand in the dirt to try to stop this run, but that exposes the back end, so we'll see what Roy's going to do.
2nd and 3 after the gain of 7 for Tolman. Now Tillman is in the backfield, and he'll get the carry as the Vikings continue to just run the ball here. They're near the line to gain. See if they give him a first down or not. And they will. First down by Viewmont.
I feel like you got to have a last name with a T to be a running back in this Viking offense. Tillman.
The top 2 rushers for this Viewmont team, Ryan Tillman and Benji Tolman.
All you got to do is get running the ball today, Junior.
1st and 10 now for the Vikings from the 41-yard line as they have dominated this first quarter. Almost 2:45 to play in our opening quarter. 3 wideouts, 2 backs in the backfield for Longson. He'll look to throw. Goes deep, looking, and making the catch is Jensen for a big another catch.
Oh my goodness, Dres Jensen. He let one ball get through his hands and he said, never again. I love to see that. Someone's got to check his gloves though. I think they may have put some stickum on him because that was an incredible catch.
Gain of 27 for Dres Jensen, and it's another trip to the red zone for the Vikings. How about the start from Viewmont tonight?
Man, phenomenal start, and they're in the red zone again.
Spread it out, 4 wideouts this time with Tolman in the backfield. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. They'll hand it off to Tolman. Roy was ready for that one, as that was number 15, Anjay Ahui with the tackle.
Jensen was sitting in the end zone by his lonesome. He's like, throw the ball, give it to me. I already caught one, I can catch another.
No gain on that one, brings up 2nd and 10.
This is where you really got to dig your heels and not allow a touchdown if you're a Roy fan, because going down by 2 touchdowns to start the game is not ideal.
1:38 to play in quarter number 1, 2nd and 10. Longson will hand off. Tolman's got some space. Spin move. Breaking towards the goal line. And another touchdown for Tolman.
Wow. Tolman says, shut up, Moose. Let me show you what I can do. The Tolman truck is getting rolling. Someone unhitched the sandbags and he started going. Saw a nice little spin move right there. Reminds me of Mike Tolbert. But Tolman getting her done.
How about the night for Benji Tolman? Came into tonight's contest with 255 yards and 1 touchdown. He's doubled his season long for touchdowns now, as Breeze's extra points up and good. He had 1 coming in tonight. He's got 2 already tonight, and the Vikings with a 14-point lead.
Someone's got to tell Coach Jones, I know you're excited. Calm down, young man. We've got some health risks going on.
So how about this first quarter? 1:25 to play, and Viewmont has a couple of key passes, but for the most part, running the ball in this Roy defense.
Man, this is not what I expected, to be honest with you, because when we were here last time, it was a defensive struggle against Northridge and Viewmont. Viewmont's just flexing their muscles, saying, this is the year we want to go deep in the playoffs.
So 14-0 Viewmont, 1:25 to play in our first quarter as Breeze gets ready to kick this one off. Alaneke and Young back to receive as Breeze will hit this one in the end zone again. And now you kind of think this is a response time here for Roy. They only had 2 plays so far in this game.
Yeah, I didn't think by time of possession it'd be like 11 minutes to 1, but this is where we're at right now. And I don't know the official time of possession, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know that either, but it's pretty close to what you said.
A lot to a little.
I'll give you this. Viewmont has had 20 plays of offense so far. Roy has had 2.
So we're calling it 10-1.
That's a fair assessment.
Okay.
So the Royals looking to answer here. First and 10 from their own 20. 4 wideouts this time for Gardners. They'll hand off to Sella and try to drag some defenders. He gets out to the 24.
That was a tough run by Sella, and that's why he was player of the week last week. He was wrapped up and still churning his legs. It was like when I used to make butter on the farm, just churn all day.
So 2nd and 6. This was the same spot Roy was on the last drive before the interception. And looking for the option play. Gardner's going to keep it, and he gets 1 yard. He's tracked down by number 44. That's Owen Seeley with the tackle.
Owen Seeley did a great job. He knew quarterback was his responsibility, and he tracked him down like a hound dog. Just finding him, bam!
3rd and 5 here for the Roy offense. 2 wideouts to the far, 1 to the near. Young's in the backfield, Sella's in the backfield, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Blake Moore with the tackle, and it brings up 4th down for the Royals.
Man, looks like punt team's coming out, and you guys get to see something beautiful tonight. Colby Freucher.
Colby, as you mentioned, can punt, he can kick, he can catch, he can run, he can throw.
Yeah.
Can do everything for this Roy team.
But mainly punts. That's what he's making his money on. He's actually a top 10 punter in the entire country.
I mentioned he had the Montana State offer as well.
Commitment,
excuse me. So we'll wait to see the anticipated punt from Froker. We'll see that to start the second quarter. It's been all Viewmont through 12 minutes of play. The Vikings with a 14-point lead. As we head to the second quarter, we'll step aside and be right back here on KSL Sports Rewind. And welcome back, ready to start quarter number 2 here from Viewmont High School. Matt Coma, Moose Bingham with you. 14-0 Viewmont on the top-ranked and undefeated Royals through 12 minutes of play, and the Royals getting ready to punt this one away.
Scoot back, returner, scoot back.
Colby Froker back to punt this one away. Jones is waiting at his own 30. As they come for the block, the Vikings get the block. They recover near the 20. It's all Viewmont so far here tonight.
Oh my goodness. Ryder Tukavea, come on in. Welcome to the game. Getting in there like no one was blocking him, and I don't think anyone did. That gives you incredible field position in the red zone for your 3rd possession. Won't be a 10-minute drive this time, I'm willing to bet.
They'll spot the ball at the 19-yard line, and the Viewmont Vikings have a chance to go up 3 scores on the undefeated Royals.
Roy hasn't faced this yet. Here's time for some adversity. What happens when you get punched in the mouth?
1st and 10, Viewmont. Longson taking a shot for the end zone. It's got Jensen out there, incomplete. Good coverage for the Royals. That was number 21. That's Kakili Aleneke, excuse me.
Man, Aleneke coming in there. Didn't quite get his head around, but that's okay. We're playing high school ball.
How about Viewmont taking the shot for the end zone on 1st down?
Why not? It seems like everything's gone your way already. It's kind of like BYU for stretches in their season this year.
So 11:48 still to play here in our second quarter. Vikings with 4 wideouts in the formation this time with Tolman. They'll hand it off to Tolman. Able to gain 3 yards on 2nd down.
Honestly, pretty respectable run right there on 2nd down. But you've got at least 1, maybe 2 downs, but you do have a nice Drew Brees. Yes, not the NFL quarterback, but the great kicker for Viewmont.
No relation to the Hall of Fame quarterback.
Absolute relation. 100% relation.
There's an extra E in there as well in the last name.
We're all part of the human race.
3rd
relation.
3rd and 7 for Viewmont from the 16-yard line. 3 wideouts to the near side for Longson. He rolls that way. Looking over for the end zone, and it's intercepted. Picking it off is Aleneke. He's got a convoy in front of him. Out past midfield, still on the move. They had a 99-yard pick six last week. They just did it again. Touchdown, Roy.
There is some dirty laundry on the field.
There is a flag.
It may have been multiple blocks in the back, but we'll see what the refs saw.
So wait 1 minute on the penalty here. But how about that from Roy? What a response there.
Wow. Phenomenal job locating the ball. These defensive backs for Roy, they're crafty. Let's see what the white hat has to say. Sideline warning?
Sideline warning on the Royals. And there were no flags. That was a touchdown for the Royals.
Wow.
99-yard pick six for the second week in a row for Roy.
Man, looks like they responded after getting punched in the mouth. But, wow.
How about that?
Phenomenal job. Great return. The whole team was blocking for him, literally, it seemed like. And that might have been why there was a sideline warning.
Yes. Alanecki, that's his fourth interception of the season. So both Anderegg and Alanecki both have 4 interceptions on the year. And that kick is well up and good. That one almost went into the houses behind the Viewmont High here.
Man, I heard there's a dog named the Beast in that backyard. We're never seeing that football again. Might have to get some kids to make some contraptions to see what we can do to get that ball back.
So 14-7 as this game just turned on its head a little bit, as it looked like Viewmont was on its way to score its third straight touchdown. The interception for Alanecki takes it 99 yards for the pick six, and it's now a one-score game.
14-point swing right there, because Viewmont was knocking on the door. But let's see if they can keep that Uncle Mo satisfied. We're talking about momentum.
So now Viewmont will field this kick from Colby Vroker.
I think they need to put some more protection on these houses over the windows or something.
Because that's a pretty deep kick from Vroker on that extra
ball,
point.
Kiss it goodbye.
As that one's high into the air, this one will make it to the end zone touchback for Viewmont. So now the Vikings will look to respond after that pick six.
Longest field of the night. Well, tied for longest field of the night now. Got 80 yards to go.
They did go 80 yards on the opening drive to start this game.
Man.
Just a turn of events. You had the block punt for Viewmont, and then 3 plays later, the pick six the other way.
Yeah.
An eventful first minute 13 of the second quarter.
Oh, how have the turntables, how some people say that.
The turns have tabled. So the Vikings look to bounce back from the interception. 1st and 10. Longson quickly over the middle. It's got Jones near the 29. Pick up a 9.
This Viewmont team loves going 9 yards. Never quite 10, it seems.
Always in that 1 yard to go. That they had a couple on that opening drive. Still moving on here for 2nd and 1 from the 29. 4 wideouts again for Longson. Benji Tolman's in the backfield. They'll hand this one off to Tolman. He's got the first down and fights his way out to the 35, getting up 6.
The one thing I liked about Tolman, on that interception, he was fighting all the way down, trying to get the tackle, trying to preserve the touchdown. Tolman's one of my favorite players in this game so far, for sure.
He's been active so far here tonight for Viewmont. We mentioned 2 rushing touchdowns for him tonight. As the Vikings spread it out on first down. Longson will give it right back to Tolman. Good stop from the Roy defense that time. That was Sella able to get the stop for the Royals, gain of 2.
Of course it was. It's always Sella.
Coming up on 9.5 minutes to go. Our second quarter will be 2nd and 8 here for the Vikings.
Got trips to the bottom. That's interesting. To the boundary.
And we have movement on the line. This will be a false start on Viewmont. So the penalty will back it up to the 32-yard line. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a drive killer right there.
So that brings up 2nd and 13 now for the Vikings. See what the play call is. Still the trip on the near sideline. Longson looks to throw the opposite side. It's got Jensen. And it'll be wrestled down by the Royals.
Almost got back to the original line of scrimmage.
I believe Zeleneke, there was the one that was able to tug on the back of the jersey there to slow his progress down.
We used to do training like that where we'd tie sleds to the back of us when I was at BYU. And I was like, why are we doing this? They're like, people tug on your jersey, Moose. I'm like, if anyone's ever tugging on my jersey, we have bigger problems, ladies and gentlemen.
3rd and 11 here for the Vikings. Need to get to the 45-yard line for a first down. Longson, screen pass to Jones. And he gets out past the 40, still about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Brings up 4th down.
So it's still decision time, but I think the decision's going to be a punt. You have 4 yards to go, not an insurmountable feat, but Breeze is going to put his leg into this and live to see another day. A little bit harder. We're going into the wind. Nice little breeze coming in.
Yep. Breeze is kind of a sideline to sideline wind tonight, it seems like. Maybe a little bit from the south.
I feel like a Raider right now. The autumn breeze is blowing.
The Breeze will kick this one away. Able to get it off. Back is Rhett Slater for the return. He'll fair catch it at the 32-yard line. That's where Roy will set up.
Rhett caught that and was bewildered. Ballies were flying everywhere, and he's like, oh, I'm still standing. This is a good night for me.
7:31 to play till halftime, and we see the Roy offense that really hasn't done much so far tonight, Moose.
No, their defense has, I'll tell you that. 7 points for their defense. But offense, all we've seen is an interception from them and a blocked punt.
They've only run 6 plays this entire game so far.
They were not ready for this team. This Viewmont team, they've been through the ringer. They've got bumps and bruises, and they're ready for a battle.
1st and 10 from the 32 for Roy. As Garner will hand this one off to Sella, and he's able to gain momentum out near the 40, pickup of 8.
Fantastic run by Sella. Of course. Sella, he could be Celebration, he could be Celery. We're going to find a good name. Maybe we'll call him Cello, because I feel like that's almost how you spell cello.
2nd and 2 for the Royals. Hand it off back to Sella. He's got the edge on the far side, 1st down and more, and the Royals are in Viewmont territory for the first time tonight.
Sella's just not going down.
Spot the ball at the 46-yard line, and the Royals want to go here. Gain of 14 on that run for Sella. 1st and 10. Back to Sella it goes, and another big gain, another 5 yards.
Wow. Sella's a monster.
Actually make it 6 yards, and the Royals offense is going.
He's an actual 5'11", 210 as well.
Sella, another carry, another 1st down, and here comes that Royal offense.
They're going quick to the line. They're not playing around anymore, not observing. They're like, just give it to Sella and let him run.
Another pickup of 5, 4 straight runs for Sella on this drive.
He's a little tired. Give him a breather.
Yep, he'll check out. We'll see Robert Young in at running back now for the Royals. 1st and 10 from the 35. The Royals trying to tie this game up on the drive. 2 backs with Gardner. They'll hand this one off, and Young gets tripped up at the 33-yard line. That was Blake Moore with the tackle.
I always laugh. Everyone asks me, they're like, if you played running back, what would set you apart? I said, I'd wear shin guards. I feel like these guys' shins get wrecked.
Got tripped up by the shins on that one.
Oof.
2nd and 8 here for the Royals.
Wore shin guards, Brandon Cowles. I'd wear shin guards, running the rock.
As they bring everybody near the line on this one.
Oh.
And now audible out. Just the lone wideout here on the near side is Froker, as Gardner's going to look to throw, is going to take a shot for the end zone. Juggled catch. And the touchdown. Robert Young, another TD. And the Royals are point away from tying it.
Wow, Robert Young is so shifty. He's not the biggest guy on the block, but he is like a juggler out there catching that ball. I was like, incomplete catch, and it was a catch in the end zone. Fantastic job, fantastic catch. And right now we've got ourselves a game, ladies and gentlemen.
33-yard catch for Robert Young. Mentioned he's got touchdowns everywhere for this team so far this season, as Froker's on for the extra point. This kick is up and good. And the momentum has swung in Roy's favor now. 14 unanswered from the Royals, and we're tied at 14.
This is what you expect from a Roy team, because they are undefeated. They're not going to go quietly into the night. They're going to fight on back.
So 6 plays in about 2 minutes. Not time for Roy to respond. That'll be passing touchdown number 17 for Drew Gardner. I mentioned Young's touchdown categories. That's now his 12th receiving touchdown. He's got 5 rushing touchdowns, 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns as well. He's been doing it all for the Royals this season.
For sure.
So 5:31 to go to halftime. If you're just joining us, Viewmont controlled the entire first quarter. They were up 14-0. Looked like they were going to go up 21-0, but a 99-yard pick six kind of changed the momentum. A stop for the Royal defense, and then the Royal offense found the end zone for the first time tonight. That's where we stand at 14-all, as Froker's kick will go into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback for Viewmont.
Man, what an exciting game.
It's been a fun one so far.
Little seesaw action. It's just fun. 14 points exchanged back and forth. Like a heavyweight bout this game.
Let's say we mentioned Roy was the undefeated team coming into tonight. Viewmont's been doing pretty solid at 5-2 though, and we mentioned how potent the offense is. Haven't had to see the air attack yet for Viewmont, as Longson will hand it off again. And fighting out near the 25 is Tolman.
That's a solid run right there, right into the teeth of the defense. I think Tolman's helmet gives him some extra power.
Picks up 5 on that one, as he's been the workhorse tonight for the Vikings.
The Vikings have no problem taking 5 minutes off the clock and working their way down, because they won't be getting the ball to start the second half.
The Royals will get the ball to start the second half, so the Vikings just trying to bleed this clock. They took a 7-minute drive on that opening drive in the first half, or first quarter, excuse me. They'll spread it out this time with 4 wideouts. 2nd and 5. Quick pass near side, in and out of the hands of Jones. And it'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Jones just right in between his hands, in and out. Now this is what you don't want. You don't want to give the ball back to Roy. That gives him 2 possessions. And it looks like a timeout's getting called.
We got a stoppage in by the back judge here.
Clock's off?
Maybe the clock was running on that one. So, yep, there was 12 seconds that actually ran off the clock on that incomplete pass. So, clock resets to 4:40 to go.
Good catch by the back judge. Don't get to compliment the refs very often, but I will on that one.
Good awareness back there.
He got +1 on awareness on his NCAA rating with that one.
3rd and 5 here for Viewmont. As the Vikings look to answer the 14 unanswered points. Longson, pressure comes right up the middle, gets rid of it, and he's got Tolman for a first down. Good awareness from Longson and a good catch from Tolman gives another set of downs to the Vikings.
Phenomenal job there by Tolman. He could have gotten stopped short, but had that nice little spin move. He's not that tall, so that spin move, he gets low to the ground and spins defenders right off of him.
Pickup of 9 on that one for the Vikings. Gives them a new set of downs.
And keeps the drive alive, keeps the ball out of Roy's hands. Great job.
Clock running at 4:10 and counting at halftime. Longson on first down, keeps it himself, and picks up about 3 on that one.
Longson was going to hand it off to absolutely nobody.
He was already going before he even showed the handoff.
He's like, I'm just going to pull it because my running back or me, someone didn't make the right call right there.
Able to pick up 4 on that one, so 2nd and 6 for Viewmont. As the clock now approaching 3.5 minutes to go.
I haven't seen Mickens out there for a while. Is he out?
He's over. I think he's over on the far side.
Oh.
I think.
Maybe I'm just seeing things.
Longson will hand off, and Moore gets the carry this time and gets maybe 1 yard. As I think you're right, Moose. I do not see Kingston Mickens out there.
Yeah, I haven't seen him for a few series. I hope he's okay.
Nobody being worked on the sideline here for Viewmont. We'll keep you posted on Kingston's whereabouts as Viewmont's faced with another 3rd down, this time 3rd and 5 from the 39-yard line. Longson to throw, sets up a screen, got Tolman, he's got another first down. Runs into defenders and he's out to the 48.
One of Roy's defenders is slow to get up. He's like, man, stop passing it to the dude that's a cannonball. I'd really appreciate it.
Gain of 9 on that one.
Man, Tolman's so tough to tackle. Gets a well-deserved rest.
So new set of downs here for Viewmont. 2:13 to go to halftime. It's been fast moving. As the Vikings just want to bleed this clock, Longson thought about throwing it. Instead gets met by the teeth of the defense. And that's number 72, Hank Mullen with the tackle for a loss for the Royals.
That was honestly probably the right call of him because he was sitting there. And if he would have thrown it, I think it may have been batted down. Or worse.
For Mullen, that's his first sack of the season. Mullen, the 6', 260 senior. One of the defensive linemen for the Royals.
Yeah, Roy's defense is clamped down, but they can't get off the field this series for sure.
2nd and 11 here, and under 90 seconds to go in the half. Is once again, Longson a late exchange there, and that's going nowhere. Number 13 for the Royals that time, Coy Tuckett. First one there, and timeout. It's going to be called by the Royals.
Probably a nice time to call a timeout because Jackson Schofield's helmet flew off. With a timeout, he can come back on, but I don't know if he knows that.
Maybe they didn't. Maybe just blew it dead because of the helmet. I thought they called the timeout.
Oh, I did too.
And now they will call a timeout.
Okay.
I thought they were going to.
I was preemptively putting out timeouts out there.
So with 1:09 to play, the Royals take a timeout. We'll take the timeout here as well. We'll be back with a big decision here for Viewmont. 3rd and long coming up next.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there. They're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Welcome back. 1:09 to play here between Roy and Viewmont, tied at 14 here on KSL Sports Rewind. Matt Coleman, Moose Bingham with you. It's been a fun one so far here, Moose.
Absolute blast, to be honest with you. I love it when games are close. I love it when it's tight. I hate it when it's a blowout. It's so boring.
Still haven't been able to find Kingston Mickens for the Viewmont fans tonight. He's not on the sideline and not in the game either. As Longson looks to throw far side, incomplete. Intended for Jensen.
Got to punt it here because you've got 11 yards. And that's what you don't want. You don't want to give the ball away with a minute left because this Royal team, they can score in a jiffy.
So the Royals will get the ball back with about a minute to go. There's 1:05 on the clock here.
It'll take about 5 seconds for a punt.
Breeze will kick this one away. Rhett Slater waiting back at his own 25 for the Royals. Low snap, but Breeze just able to get that one off. It's a line drive kick. It takes a friendly bounce for Viewmont,
Wow.
rolling all the way down to about the 11-yard line.
Breeze is sitting there. He's like, yeah, just like I showed you in practice, coach. Let's call that one again. The ball rolling right at the sideline. It could have gone out at the 30, but it took a Viewmont roll all the way to about the 12.
The spot of the 12. With 53 seconds to go, 2 timeouts at the disposal of Drew Gardner in the Roy offense. It's a 41-yard punt for Breeze on that one.
That was real nice, honestly.
So the Royals will need to go 88 yards in 53 seconds here. Trying to take their first lead of the night. Gardner quickly over the middle, finds Young. And look out as he takes a big hit from behind at the 25-yard line. It's a first down. The clock will stop.
Ladder drills are cool until that happens.
First and 10 now from the 25. Gardner to throw once more. Fires over the middle. It's got Young again. Back-to-back catches, and the Royals out to the 43. Clock will stop again, down to 30 seconds left.
Colby Freucher, he can kick the ball a country mile, so even with the clock rolling down.
Clock is running, 23 seconds and counting. Is Gardner. Good pocket as now he rolls out. Looking for the deep shot, in and out of the hands of Zay Morris. It would have been 6, but it's incomplete.
That play took seconds off my life and years off Coach Jones's life and the defensive coordinator.
Took a lot of time off the clock as well. With only 12 seconds left now. The two timeouts. Some of the two timeouts.
Like quarters or prevent or something. That's the hard thing when you get to the end of the quarter like this. You want to get pressure on the quarterback, but you want to protect the end zone at the same time.
And
timeout.
The Royals will call the timeout here with 12 seconds left. They'll talk about it. We'll take the timeout as well. 12 seconds to go to halftime. The Royals trying to get on the board before the half. Welcome back. 12 seconds to go in our second quarter. The Royals with 2nd and 10 from their own 44. Looking for their first lead of the night. Tied at 14. 5 wideouts here for Gardner. On second down, trying to just get in field goal range as he's pressured out of the pocket. Now rolls, he's past the line of scrimmage, and he threw it, and that'll be a flag. He threw it incomplete, but he did throw it past the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you got to keep a head on the swivel and be like, oh, there's the sticks. Probably shouldn't throw it.
6 seconds left on the clock as well. So maybe one final play here as this is going to go back.
You almost want to put like 6 guys in the back of the end zone and then 5 rushing, and it's like anything less than that is a win for us.
There'll be a loss of down, so it'll be 3rd down here for the Royals, but that might be irrelevant with only 6 seconds left. It's a foul from the spot, so it only backs it up a yard from where it was. So 3rd and 11. See what the Royals elect to do here with only 6 seconds left. 3 wideouts to the near, 1 to the far. They do have 1 timeout left as they motion the receiver out. Pressure's coming. And rolling out. And now running is Gardner, and he gets out of bounds, but the clock expires. They want the late hit maybe on the far side, but I don't know if they're going to get it or not. I don't see a flag.
Boobird's out for the other side, but...
Oh, there's a flag back at the 33. There might be in the area of holding.
That'll probably be declined.
I don't think there's a hold or a penalty for the hit out of bounds out there.
Oh, sideline? No. Holding.
So it's holding on the Royals. They will decline, and that will do it. Oh, maybe. This is going to be 1 on time down because of it.
Is holding
Viewmont's wanting to get off the field.
Okay. I'm a little confused.
And that'll do it, yeah.
Okay.
We were a little confused because it sounded like they were going to
accept the penalty.
So they decline the penalty. Time hits 0 for the half, and that will conclude 24 minutes of crazy football here from Viewmont High. 1 half is in the books. We're tied at 14. Moose, your thoughts on that first 24 minutes?
First quarter owned by Viewmont, second owned by Roy. Fun time owned by all.
So we'll step aside for the halftime break. We'll be back to bring you the second half and what should be a fun one. Stick around. You won't want to miss it. At the half, it is the Royals 14 and the Viewmont Vikings 14. You're watching the KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week here on KSLSports.com. Well, fans, welcome back. Getting ready to start our second half between Viewmont and Roy, tied at 14. Through 2 quarters of play. Matt Coma, Moose Bingham with you tonight. And Moose, it's been a fun one between these 2 Region 5 teams.
Really fun. It was interesting. Like I was talking about, Kingston Mickens was, alas, he pulled a disappearing act, a Houdini, if you will. But he's getting x-rayed on his wrist. Hopefully he makes it back for some of the second half, because this Viewmont Vikings team, that seemed to be the precipice that flipped the switch on him in the second half. Or in the second quarter. I apologize.
Say, rumblings are hopefully he can return, but he may not be able to return for Kingston Mickens tonight. But we'll keep an eye out for him. We'll keep you posted. But as we just looking over the stats here, it was all Viewmont. If you look at the stat boards, plays were 36-14 in favor of Viewmont, 187 yards, so 111 yards. Time of possession, 18:51 to 5:09 in favor of the Viewmont in that first hit.
18:51 to 5:09? Goodness gracious.
The Vikings controlled that first half, but a pick 6 and just a touchdown kind of turned it on its head a little bit.
Man, if I told you that the team had 18 minutes to 5:09, you'd be sitting there like, it's got to be 30 to something to 0.
As we get the Viking clap from the Viewmont student section.
Love the clap. Got the V's up too. Looks like live long and prosper from here. They got to go a little quicker. The game's about to start.
Yeah, it's getting ready to kick things off. Roy gets the ball to start the second half. They deferred the coin toss, so we'll see the Roy offense for the first time in the second half. Drew Brees has it teed up. The Viking clap gets a little louder and louder.
Not the best Viking clap I've heard, but whatever.
Glad you guys could join us for the game tonight. 12 minutes back up on the board.
And surprisingly, Viewmont did their job at the end of the second quarter by keeping Roy off the board.
Breeze will kick this one away.
Returnable.
It's going to be returned. And over on that far side, that's Eleneke again, out near the 40.
Phenomenal starting position. That's why you got to get the ball into the end zone. And it's hard when you go into halftime. You get all cool, you get to relax, maybe grab a PB&J, who knows. But then you come out and you got to do that explosive movement again, get raring to go relatively quickly.
That's a 39-yard return there. Going to spot the ball at the 40-yard line, and that's where the Royals will start off. The Royals haven't done much offensively. An interception, a blocked punt, the passing touchdown to Young that tied the game, and then they ended the half on the last drive. So we'll see what the Roy offense does here, looking again for their first lead of the night. Gardner quickly out near side, and it's dropped. Intended for Hunter Webb on the near side, brings up second down.
Hunter dropped it, and you were sitting there like, someone better pick that ball up and let's go, because the whistles hadn't quite whistled yet.
So it brings up 2nd and 10 for the Royals. Again, Roy undefeated, heading into tonight's contest, leaders in Region 5. Trying to stay that way before a big game back at home for senior night against Bountiful next week. That'll most likely decide the Region 5 title.
At the bottom, you've got 4-on-3.
4 wideouts here on the near side. They send it out that way. Zay Morris first catch tonight and drags the pile near the line to gain. He's right at the marker. And it'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, Alfie Hurtado, number 50, was pulling the receiver and like, come on, young man, get on to that 10-yard line. We've got guys down on the field right now, it looks like.
It looks like that Zay Morris who had the catches, I think his shoe was either came off or was untied.
Okay, well, I hope they know what the call is.
10 seconds left on the play clock here as they spread it out 4 wideouts with Sella in the backfield. Send Young in motion. Gardner, deep shot looking for Morris. That's got too much sauce on it, incomplete.
And that's where you're missing Kingston Mickens right there. And Roy has seen that. They know where the weaknesses are on the defense, but they may not be able to take advantage of it. They're taking their sweet time, I'll tell you that.
So 2nd and 10 here, yeah. We got still waiting to hear the play call from the Roy sideline. Connor McGuire is the offensive coordinator for the Royals. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left here. Gardner will hand this one off to Sella, gets up the middle, and he's got a first down. Dragging defenders inside the 40. Pick up a 12.
Sella's a kid, you can't just give him a pop. You got to run right through him, wrap up, and pray to the dear Lord above that he comes on down, because it doesn't happen often.
Anderegg tried to lower that shoulder there, and it proved to be unsuccessful. 1st and 10 now from the 38. Again, 4 wideouts here for the Royals. As Gardner looks to throw. Has time, now rolls out. Takes a shot for the end zone. Caught! Just shy of the end zone. Picked up by Robert Young, but there's a flag back at the 42.
Flag by the white hat. Purse
and it's on the Royals. Holding. Will bring the play back.
Wow.
So it would have been 1st and goal from the 2. Instead, a holding penalty will back him up to the 48-yard line.
Heartbreaking holding call right there on Roy. But the white hat, there's no arguing with him.
So still first down, loss of 10.
1st and 20.
1st and 20, thank you. Loss of 10. Chris Birmingham is our white hat tonight. The rest of the officiating crew so far doing a good job tonight. So 1st and 20 here for the Royals. Spot the ball at the Viewmont 48-yard line. 3 to the near, 1 to the far. Have Sella in the backfield. Fake handoff. Throw near side. In and out of the hands of Morris. Brings up second and long. If you don't know if you were able to see it on the camera there, but Hudson Holbrook had a cartwheel in secondary there after that play.
I think he was trying to flop, but he's a little too athletic for that, and it came out as a gymnastics move.
It's like a somersault half cartwheel move.
Came up with a smile, I'll tell you that.
Kind of gave the shrug to the sideline.
He's like, I don't know. I don't even know. I'm trying my best out here.
Second and 10, 10-10 to go in our third quarter. Three wideouts this time for the Royals. They'll hand this one off to Sella's. Got room and goes right up the middle. He's got the first down and more. Inside the 20 and a big gain for Logan Sella.
Man, that was a gain of almost 30 on 2nd and 20. My goodness. And that's what Logan Sella can do for you. He just erases bonehead plays, to be honest with you.
Spotted the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 31. So it was a gain of 30. You're spot on, Moose.
Close, but no cigar.
First and 10 Royals. Believe it or not, first trip to the red zone tonight for the Roy.
That is crazy.
Gardner, shot for the end zone, looking for Froker, incomplete. Broke it up there by Jordan Jones, brings up second down.
Man, should have just thrown it to his feet. He's one heck of a kicker and punter. He would have trapped that, gotten it into his paws eventually. Montana State coming in and getting some commitments. They've gotten the Alfords, they've gotten a couple different guys, and they target who they want and they go after them hard.
Incomplete pass brings up second and 10 here for Roy, 9:40 to play. Two backs in the backfield. Hand this one off to Young. Makes a nice move, stays on his feet inside the 10. He should have another first down.
It seemed like he broke about 14 tackles on that run with all those spin moves and whatnot. Great job, and this puts you first and goal with a great rushing attack from Roy.
First and goal from the 6, gain of 11 for Young. Gets the carry again, pushes the pile, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Roy.
It looks like Roy had numbers on that kind of zone. It looks like Roy had numbers on that wide out run.
Use your words, Moose. Use your words.
Goodness gracious. They reached, they had numbers, they did a great job getting in the end zone. Great job, Roy, on that zone blocking scheme. My goodness gracious, Moose Bingham. It's week 8, not week 1. Come on, boy. Wow.
Extra points up and good.
It's in the backyard. He did it. Oh, my goodness gracious. That ball went about 65 yards. One of the 2 best specialists in the state doing that. Actually, we've got 3 or 4 guys that can do that. Between him, Will Walker, Dylan Curtis. Goodness gracious, we are a blessed state when it comes to specialists. Now, how's Viewmont going to respond? That's the question. Not too much time was taken off the clock, little over 2 minutes. So we'll see what Viewmont has up their sleeve. And I still haven't seen number 6 come back from the doctor yet.
So Roy has their first lead of the game, 21-14. Our apologies for the scoreboard. We'll try and get this back up for you as soon as we can. 9:22 to go.
He looks deeper than normal. It's a 15-yard kickoff. Why are you slowing down? Okay, now he looks regular. Wow.
And just destroys that kick out of the end zone. So the Vikings will look to answer that touchdown from the Royals on their opening drive of the second half. And now comes Longson and this Viewmont offense that ran the ball well in that first half, Moose.
Yeah. I think we're going to see a lot of our big running back there. Tolman. Benji Tolman.
Had 2 touchdowns in that first half.
In the first quarter. Oh, they've got numbers on the bunch at the base of the screen.
1st and 10. They'll give it to Tolman. He's going nowhere. Loss on the play. That's number 15. Ange Ahui with the tackle for loss. Zella in the backfield as well. Loss of 2 on that one.
Viewmont's looked a little out of sorts without Kingston Mickens, who's been a star for him since his sophomore year.
He's the leading receiver for this Viewmont squad as well.
So who's going to step up? Play clock's going down.
Clock's down to 5. They send a man in motion. And just get the snap off. Longston will throw. Pressure's coming. Down he goes. He's wrapped up
by the whole Roy D-line, it seemed.
Number 53, Justice Flores with a sack.
We'll give it to Justice because he's celebrating the best for sure.
First one there is the pocket just collapsed on Longston. And now 3rd and very long here for Viewmont. Spot the ball back at the 12-yard line.
Yes, Viewmont's been going the wrong way this whole series.
Brings up 3rd and 18 here for the Vikings.
Got trips to the top, but Roy seems to have numbers on that trips, and they're covering over the top on the other side.
Longston pressured. He's going to take it himself. Great moves as he's close to the line again.
Wow.
I think he got it. Yes, he did. 18 yards on the keeper and a first down for Viewmont.
And that's what you want from your quarterback. He's like, the momentum's gone. Everything's gone. I don't care. Give me the rock, and I'm going to take it where it ought to be, and that's 18 yards down the field.
How about the improvisation from Tyne Longston?
Coaches are not pumped on the Roy sideline. I'll tell you that right now. They said, how do we let Titan Longston do that to us?
So a new set of downs from the 30. It's first down, Viewmont. Gotta go! Clock down to 4 again as Benji Tolman takes the Wildcat. Looking for the corner. He's dragged down. Over on that far side, I think it's Sella that made the tackle. No, excuse me, number 1. That would be Colby Froker getting it done.
Froker!
The man who can do it all for Roy.
He's almost like a Viking that I like on my show that I watch Vikings. Floki! Froker! Floki! The shipbuilder! The punter! 2 men! Both awesome.
Gain of 1 on that one. Brings up 2nd and 9.
We might call him Froiker, the shipbuilder.
3 wideouts to the near side for Longston. He'll hand this one off. Tolman's got it, some space near side, weaving his way back and forth, and he's near the line to gain. Wow, just shy of it at the 39.
That's first down.
Oh, yeah, gets a good spot at the 40, and that's a new set of downs.
The ref closest to us, he's like, yeah, he's got the first.
So Viewmont back-to-back first downs, and they're on the move with 6 minutes to go.
They're going to take all the time in the world as well.
They dominated the time of possession in that first half. 18 minutes to about 5.
Looks to be a little confusion. Someone's not out there that ought to be.
They're short a person. The play clock's now under 10.
All right, 5 seconds.
Ready for the Wildcat again. Gets the play off. Tolman right up the middle. Still on his feet. And the pile gets moved over around the 44-yard line.
You got that big package coming in where you're involving D linemen, O linemen, specialists, anyone that's got a helmet on, it seems. If you're not paying attention, your number might be called. Like that just happened right there.
Gain of 4 on that one, brings up 2nd and 6. As Tolman's been the workhorse on this drive. Royals show pressure. Longston keeps it himself this time and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Now with time, Sella there for the stop.
Of course it's Sella. Celebrate Sella.
They gave a 1 yard, so it'll be 3rd and 5 on that. Vikings 2 for 2 on 3rd down so far on this drive. Trying to answer that Roy touchdown.
I've been impressed with this Roy defense finally cracking down. And, I see number 6 down there, Kingston Mickens.
Mickens is back, trying to test it out. We'll talk about it in a second as Longson. Pressure comes across the field to Tolman, and he's got the first down.
Tolman is so consistent on 3rd downs. I feel like if you throw it in the vicinity of him, he's going to get that ball and go.
Picks up 6 when they needed 5, and it's 1st down Viewmont. As they get into Royal territory, Kingston Mickens back on the field, or back on the sideline, I should say.
He doesn't have his helmet.
Doesn't have his helmet yet.
Personnel guy has it. He's like, not giving it back till you're warm.
But how about him able to come back? Back on the field, he's in his pads. Still no helmet, though. We'll keep you posted on that. 1st and 10 for Viewmont. Hand off to Tolman's going nowhere. Sella in the backfield for the loss.
Sella's just a football player. My goodness. He's as throwback as you can get.
Just blew that play up from the start. As Sella with a tackle for loss brings up 2nd and 12.
Man, and this is what Viewmont did the first half. The clock is down to 3 minutes now.
They got the ball with 9:22. This is over a 6-minute drive now for Viewmont.
This game could be over before 9 o'clock.
It's a fast-moving one. 3 minutes to go in our 3rd quarter. 2nd and 12. Longson throws far side. Jensen's got it. Lost the ball, and it goes out. They'll say incomplete pass. Almost a disaster there for Viewmont.
If it was completed, that ball was going the other way, whether he liked it or not. The ball had a mind of its own. Said, I'm oblong, and I'm going at least 15 yards back. Goodness gracious.
So they roll incomplete. It brings up 3rd and 12 now for Viewmont.
Didn't quite get a football move in there right then. My wife asked me, what's the difference between a completion and an incompletion? And I'm like, that's been debated for years now. No one knows.
Big play here for Viewmont. Longson throws, caught by Tuya. Back shoulder throw. I don't know if he saw that ball coming, but it's a 1st down for Viewmont.
Tuya's surprised he caught it as well. My goodness.
I don't know if he saw that one coming. Just kind of put the arm behind him and made the catch for a 1st down.
I'm pretty sure he was just running and it just hit him.
Spot the ball at the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 15 for another 1st down for Viewmont, and the clock continues to run. This is play number 12 on the drive. Wildcat again for Tolman. Up the middle he goes for a gain of about 4 yards on that one.
Still a solid run. 4 yards in a cloud of dust.
That's what they say.
Man.
Update on Kingston Mickens. I did see him put his helmet on down there.
I'm trying to spot him out. That's what I was looking for. Oh, he's on the sideline by the coach saying, put me in.
Yep.
Okay, Kingston's okay.
Just waiting for his chance. He was given his helmet back.
It's usually a sign of everything's good if you get your helmet back.
5 wideouts here for Longson, 2nd and 6. Longson with time, fires over the middle, incomplete, intended for Jones, and it's number 8, Hunter Webb with the breakup for the Royals.
Phenomenal job using his long arm. When I say long arm, he's reaching across, has his hand on the back of the receiver, and knocks the ball away. Textbook stuff right there.
And it brings up yet another 3rd down here for Viewmont.
I would just have 9 guys on number 37, to be honest with you, on Tolman.
This will be their 4th 3rd down of the drive. They're 3 for 3 so far on it.
And you're almost in no man's land, so you can go for 2 downs here.
Trips to the left, 1 to the near side. Tolman's in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Fights to the 30 and goes no further. Webb on the tackle, and that'll bring up 4th and about 4 here, maybe 3 for Viewmont.
Not a ton of wind right now, but I think this might be out of Breeze's range. And you don't want to punt it, so I'm willing to bet they go for it.
They need to get to the 26 for a first down. It'll be 4th and 4 at the 30-yard line. A big play here for Viewmont. They've burned almost the entire clock of the third quarter. Coming up on minute 9 of the drive. This is play number 15, 4th and 4. 5 wideouts in the formation. Longson throws near side, dragging the toes, and making the catch is Jensen.
Is it enough? It is. First down. Wow.
How about the presence of Dres Jensen? Drags the toes, had just enough for the first down, and keeps the drive alive.
That's what I call a Saturday play right there. Just dragging the toe, making sure the ref sees it. He didn't have eye contact with the ball. He had eye contact with the ref saying, hey, I'm dragging my toe.
Needed 4. He got 6 on that one. And Tolman in the backfield for the Wildcat formation once more. And again, it's one works. Out past the 20, gain of 5.
And a flag at the end there. His helmet came flying.
Tolman's helmet does come off, and the flag is at the 20.
We'll see what this is.
See what the call is.
Personal foul.
Face mask on Roy. So that will be half the distance to the goal. It'll be maybe first and goal. Should be around the 10-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's half the distance. I think we still have 15 yards to go. Maybe, I don't know.
15 yards with a 20-yard field should be half the distance to the goal, and it is. They spotted the 9-yard line.
See, I need to brush up on the rules. This is where I need Dave. He'll be like, this is the rule from 1949 is when it was implemented.
So first and goal from the 9 here for the Vikings. Longson wanted to go end zone. Makes a move and is stopped near the 7-yard line.
Good job just getting positive yards when everything's not where you want it. And that takes us to the fourth quarter.
And that will take us to the fourth quarter. As this drive started with 9:22 to go on the clock in the third quarter, we're out of time. It's gone over 9.5 minutes. And it's still going. We'll bring you the end of the drive. It'll be second and goal Viewmont when we come back. After 3, it's the Royals 21 and the Vikings 14 here on KSL Sports Rewind.
That was a fast third quarter.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Welcome back. 12 minutes to go in our game tonight. Roy with a 21-14 lead, but the Vikings are on the door. They'll have second and goal inside the 10. It'll be at the 8-yard line. And Moose, I've had something happen that I haven't had happen the entire season. I keep track of the drive charts during these games. I just ran out of space on my drive chart for the first time this season. We play number 18 of the drive.
That's what happens when you have 3 third down conversions and a fourth down conversion. I mean, goodness gracious, this drive has gone on for long enough. We want to see a touchdown or a stop.
This drive started at the 20-yard line with 9:22 to go in the third quarter. We are now starting quarter number 4 with second and goal for the Vikings. Tolman on the direct snap. Gets maybe to the 5-yard line, spotted the 6, and another third down is upcoming.
They have no problem going for it on fourth down, and they're loving this ferocious Viking formation. Taking them right into Valhalla, which is what I'm calling the end zone for Vikings.
So the Vikings need 6 yards to get the touchdown. It'll be a direct snap again, the Wildcat formation. Tolman in the backfield. Takes it on third down, tries to throw it. Incomplete. Almost intercepted by Sella.
That was terrifying for everyone involved.
The
defense was terrified. The offense was terrified. I was a little terrified. That's a heck of a call right there, though.
Well, now decision time. So a field goal only does you kind of good here. You have the wind with you.
Oh, it does you plenty good. Come on, man.
The offense is going to stay out there for 4th and goal.
The nice thing is, even if you don't convert, it's a long field. But Tolman's coming out.
They'll send 4 wideouts in the formation. Tolman now goes out of the formation. Longson over the middle, incomplete. Broke it up. And that's number 65, Cade Draper with the pass breakup, and it's a turnover on downs.
Cade Draper, phenomenal offensive lineman, gets in on defense every once in a while. That was a great job by him, getting big, getting arms in throwing lanes, and that ends one of the longest drives we've ever seen with no points.
Turnover on downs, that was 20 plays.
Whew.
And about 10 minutes of time.
We need to get you a bigger call sheet.
I do. So the Royals get the defensive stop. They're up by a score at the 6-yard line.
And Kingston Mickens is back out there. Hand be darned.
See how the Royals go on this drive. They scored on their last one as Gardner's going to take the shot on the first play. And diving for it was Morris, incomplete.
Immediately testing Mickens, saying, we'll see if you're all right or not. But that ball, if it was in the range, it could have been gone for 6.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Interesting route by the receiver. He just stopped to start out with, acting like it was a run, and then go. It was kind of like a slug and go.
Gardner's not been afraid to take a deep shot in this game. He's connected a couple times with Young so far tonight. Now facing 2nd and 10. This time a handoff. Sella runs right into the teeth of the Viewmont defense, gets maybe 2, maybe 3 out to the 9.
You just got to get out of the shadow of your end zone at this point. Maybe run the ball once more if you get a first down. Gravy. If not, time for Freucher, the punt builder.
3rd and 7 now for the Royals.
I just want to see a punt, I'm not going to lie.
Freucher's got a heck of a leg. They spread it out with 2 backs in the backfield. Gardner to throw. Stays in the pocket over the middle, incomplete. And a flag flies late.
That's a very debatable flag right there.
And that's Anderegg in coverage. Intended for Webb.
So the ref isn't going to be making any friends with the home crowd on that call.
Well, we're going to wait and see. The refs are going to talk about it here. From up here, it looked like it hit his hands beforehand. I don't know, and it was a low hit, so I don't know if targeting is a call.
You can't hit the legs or the mid torso or the head. 7-on-7's a fun game. It's coming to the Olympics. Just throwing that out there.
Tip the ball. Waiting for the call, and
personal foul.
Do they call targeting on Anderegg?
Wow.
Wow.
That's all I can say. Wow.
So the penalty gives them a new set of downs. It's just a 10-yard penalty, or excuse me, 15-yard penalty.
So I'm trying to figure out how to tackle someone nowadays.
I know. It's like,
so you can't tackle high, you can't tackle low, you can't tackle mid. Let him catch the ball, I guess, and ask him to come down.
Because he hit him kind of low.
Good hit.
So the personal foul gives the Royals a new set of downs here.
Breathing life into Roy.
That would have forced them to punt inside their own 10. Instead, it's a new set of downs as they throw the far side. Young weaving back and forth, still on the move, and now he breaks free. There goes Robert Young.
Wow.
No one's going to catch him. He takes it all the way 76 yards for the touchdown.
Phenomenal job by Robert Young, even though we've got the white hat and some yellow handkerchiefs down here. Looks like a holding.
And it is a hold against the Royals. Man, we have had so many plays. Specifically here, I went back and watched our Viewmont Northridge game. There's been so many big plays that were called back for flags in that game and in this game.
Goodness gracious.
So the holding call is going to bring it all the way back.
Now it looks like Roy isn't happy with the refs. No one's happy with the refs tonight. But they're all children of the man above, so we'll still love them. The only person that's happy with the refs tonight is Dane Stewart.
Dane Stewart
still is happy with the refs.
So back it up 10 yards, be 1st and 20 now for the Royals.
Dane, if you're tuned into the game, we get it. You love the refs.
Someone's got to, right?
Yeah.
Ready to go, 1st and 20. Hand it off to Sella, breaks a tackle. There he goes. Got the first down and more, breaks another tackle. Another broken tackle. Still on the move. There he goes to the far side. Can Sella go all the way? Inside the 10. He'll make it to the end zone.
Celebration time. My goodness gracious. Getting all the way down. Cutting inside, outside, around, and back. And kissed it off the glass. Good job, Logan Sella. Getting all the way down. We might need to get some air masks for him. He looks tuckered out. The big boy can run, but give him a breather. Take your helmet off. Go find a seat on the bench. Don't come out for defense. You earned it.
86 yards for Logan Sella as he takes it all the way for the Roy touchdown. We have an injured Viking back at the 15-yard line. It's number 60.
Zach Flowers. That's 60 or 50?
I believe that's 60 down there. Yeah. But he goes 86 yards for the touchdown for Logan Sella, his first score of the night. And that's a big one for Roy.
Oh, crap. My car's parked over there. This isn't good.
It's into the wind a little bit, Moose, if that helps you out.
Not enough for me to be comfortable. I'll be honest with you. Insurance on my car is expensive, Colby.
Extra point from Froker's good and then some.
Okay.
And how about the Royals? Down 14-0 after the first quarter. Have scored 28 unanswered and lead by 14.
I've been impressed with the Royals, and I've been impressed with Viewmont. Both of them gritty squads, getting back and forth and getting everything done. There's no loss, and there's no stopping the fight in either of these teams. I've been really impressed. Kingston Mickens going to the hospital, coming back. I don't know how he did that because I've been to the hospital and I have to wait for hours.
Was able to go get his wrist checked out, had it wrapped up, and made it back onto the field. So now Viewmont, who's been the kings of time possession tonight, will now need to move in a hurry. Down by 2 scores with 9.5 to go. Froker ready to kick this one off. Jones and Tillman back, and this one will go into the end zone.
I was about to say, protect the cars.
So Viewmont comes back out on the field. They had a 21-play drive that capped out inside the 10-yard line last time. They've proven they can move the ball in this Roy defense. It's been mostly on the ground for the most part, though, and now with Mickens potentially back in the lineup, we'll see if Longston and the offense airs it out here.
You got to get it going in the air when you're down by 2 touchdowns. No more 9-minute long drives, 20 plays. You've got to get that ball into Valhalla.
That last drive for the Roy, 5 plays in a minute and a half off the clock. As Longson will hand this one off. No, we'll keep it. Good decision as he's got a first down and more out to the 35.
Man, phenomenal run by Longson. That's the way to start a drive if I've ever seen it. And it looks like we have a Royal down on the field.
Got an injured Royal at about the 33 there. Can't see who it is. It's number 8. That's Webb. So you take a look at Hunter Webb. Looks like he'll be able to get back under his own power, so we'll keep it here. It's a big run from Titan. Longson brings a new set of downs. 9:25 to play here in our game. It's 28-14 Roy. If you're just joining us late, it was 14-0 Viewmont. Early in this contest, the Royals have answered with 4 straight scores. The Vikings have come close a couple times to finding that third score. We'll need to find some points here on this one. Say it, they've been the kings of the long drive tonight, Moose.
Absolutely. And they're very successful through the air historically. 5 touchdowns last week.
Longson, pressure's coming, gets out of it, scrambles, goes right into the defender, and gets about 7 on that play. Good run again from Longson.
Sometimes you see quarterbacks shy away from contact. Not Longson. He says, bring it on. He's like a cheerleader from the early 2000s.
Gain of 7. He's got 22 rushing yards on this drive.
Yes, he does. Still got to get going.
Longson only
get
had
to
5
the
yards.
line.
Had only 5 yards last game against Box Elder. They do need to get going though. 8.5 minutes to go. Longson, bubble screens, got Jensen. Or Jones, excuse me, off the bubble screen, and a big gain for Viewmont. They're down to the 40.
This is a Viewmont we saw in the first quarter where it was just go, 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 touchdown. They've been missing for the last couple quarters.
18 yards on that one for Jordan Jones. And the Vikings on the move. This is only their second drive of the second half, Moose.
Absolutely nuts.
They had the one drive in that third quarter. Longson first and 10. Fires over the middle. It's got a man diving into it.
Wow.
And breaking that one up, I believe that was Froker that came out of nowhere to bat that one away, and it was.
Froker, the punt builder, can also go out and intercept the ball. My goodness, he Superman that.
I thought he almost picked it.
He was parallel to the ground. I was like, not the punter. Yes, the punter.
It's got 3 interceptions on the season.
Man, just Froker, the athlete. That's all he is.
So 2nd and 10 here for the Vikings. So I'll hand this one off to Tolman, and it's going nowhere. Good tackle there by Carter Rudolph. Gain of 1.
That is a big man, number 77. Just always wonder, what color is his nose?
I don't know. You'd have to go check.
Yeah. Some would even say it glows.
So familiar down here for Viewmont this half. 3rd down. It's their 5th one. Excuse me. Scratch that 6th one. Here in this half alone. They'll spread everybody out. 5 wideouts. Longson taking a shot near side for Jensen. Makes the catch. Goes up and gets it. First down, Viewmont.
Man, I feel like we just need to tell Viewmont every down is 3rd down. My goodness.
That is impressive. They're now 5 for 6 on 3rd down in this half.
And then the one they didn't get, they got the 4th down.
They turned it over on downs on the 4th. Or so, no, excuse me, 5 for 7. I forgot the other
5 for 7.
But still, an impressive stat for the Vikings. They're in the red zone. First and 10 from the 15.
Oh my goodness.
Longson hands off Tolman, breaks a tackle inside the 10, breaks another one. Touchdown number 3 for Benji Tolman.
Wow, Benji Tolman trucking his way. My goodness gracious, Benji. Tolman the truck is back, getting into Valhalla where he belongs. That puts the game back in. That's the fastest drive Viewmont has had all night. Only took about 2.5 minutes.
So the Vikings drive all the way down the field and make it a 1-possession game. Breeze is on for the extra point. Kick is up. Line drive kick, and it's good. And with 6:35 to play, the Vikings have answered. It's 28-21.
Man. Viewmont's offense took a break the second and third quarters, but they're back in the fourth quarter. Glad to see them out here. Now let's see what Roy can do. Their offense was stifled at that last drive in the shadow of their goalpost. But they were able to get Sella the ball, and he was able to rough and rumble it all the way down the field. So we'll see what Roy can do this time. But if Viewmont can get a stop, we might have ourselves a game.
So 28-21 our score, 6:35 to go. Everybody still has their timeouts. As the Vikings will need a stop to try and get the ball back here. Try and stop the number 1 offense in 5A. Breeze has kicked this one off. And a line drive kick will find the end zone for the touchback. So the Royals will take over with 6:35 still to play. They have not had a problem moving the ball in this second half, as they had the touchdown on the opening drive of the half. Robert Young, a 6-yard reception for a touchdown, and then the big run from Logan Sella, 86 yards on the last drive. That's been only their they've only had the ball 2 times this half too. This is their 3rd drive of the second half.
That's what happens when you have long drives from Viewmont. Not as many possessions for either side.
So the Royals will start 1st and 10. Sella's back in there. Gardner pulls in, throws over the middle for a catch, and Webb gets a first down, gain of 12.
Slow to get up, but he's getting up. Real slow to get up. Now he's going down.
He was the injured Royal on the last drive. He was out there on defense. Now injured on the offensive side. We'll take the timeout here as well. 6:29 to go here on KSL Sports Rewind. All right, welcome back. 1st and 10, Roy. And breaking a tackle is Young. There he goes. Another big run for the Royals. This one from 68 yards, and it's another touchdown for Roy.
Roy just is so explosive on offense. Young had a run earlier that was almost identical to that one, but this one, there's no dirty laundry on the field after that. Great run by Young right there.
That is the 3rd touchdown of the night for Young. 2 on the ground, 1 through the air. And on the second play, they go 68 yards.
That's what's amazing about this Roy offense. They're just quick strike. You blink and then they're in the end zone.
Extra points up and good. And with 6:01 to go, it's back to a 2-possession game, 35-21.
That ball hit the fence right in front of my car. It scared me, I'm not going to lie. Freucher, the punt builder, getting her done again.
So the last two drives for the Royals, an 86-yard run from Sella and a 68-yard run from Young.
Yeah, that checks out. Goodness gracious.
Just 154 yards combined in 2 plays. No big deal.
And that's why they've only had about 2 or 3 series. Because they attack, they go so quick. And then Viewmont's just taking so long. So Viewmont's back in the same situation they were 3 minutes ago, but with 3 minutes off the clock. Their defense has to get a stop. But Roy has been very impressive tonight, to be honest with you. I've been hearing about this team all year, and they are what we thought they were. A very well-coached, talented squad.
Kick from Froker makes it to the end zone for a touchback, and now Viewmont's got to respond once more here. As they were able to go down the field in 7 plays last time, only took about 3 minutes off the clock. They need to replicate that on this drive. So Viewmont gets ready to go, first down. Pass is caught over on the far side, and that is number 80 for the Viewmont Vikings. That's Jason Dunrow, first catch tonight.
Dunrow did a great job stretching out, trying to get the first down, trying to stop the clock, but he only got 9 yards. They got to get that first down, but they got to keep attacking, and they can't let the clock keep running.
Again, our apologies for our scorebug. Our scorebug keeps wigging out on us. It's the fourth quarter. As long as it takes the deep shot, and that one's intercepted. Rhett Slater, second pick tonight for Roy, and Slater still has room. They've got 1 pick six already tonight, and Slater puts the Royals in the red zone on their second pick.
Slater did a phenomenal job keeping his head up, understanding the situation he's in, knowing that Viewmont's got to take shots to get down, and he just got to that ball, turned into the receiver, and turned his way upfield, and got about 50 yards on that return. Almost was a punt return like. Phenomenal job there by number 11, Rhett Slater, the senior.
So spot the ball to 16. That was about a 50-yard return on the interception for Slater. That'll be interception number 3 for him on the season. As the Roy defense has come up big for the Royals tonight.
Yeah.
Had the pick 6 in the second quarter. Had that one as well. Had the fourth down stop inside the 10. As they'll hand this one off to Sella. He's down inside the 10 near the first down.
Almost got 10 yards on that. Looks like he got 9 yards on the run in the red zone. Maybe 8. Phenomenal run by Sella. Sella is the truth.
He's been a big factor for the Royal. Him and Young both have been the big factors for Roy tonight on offense.
Man, I'm coming out with my all-state list in a couple weeks, and I think Sella is making a case right now.
4 combined touchdowns between the two of them. Sella's got 1, Young's got 3. Second and 2 here. So they'll hand this one back off to Sella. Able to weave his way down to the 1. And it'll be first and goal for Roy.
At that point, you almost want him to go on the end zone so the clock stops ticking.
Clock approaching 4 minutes to go. Credit the Royals. They've been efficient on both sides of the ball here in the second half. Had the 28 unanswered points.
They're taking the clock all the way to 1.
Gardner with Sella in the backfield. And Gardner had the low snap, and he's just going to have to take the loss on that one as Blake Moore gets in the backfield for the sack.
Phenomenal job.
Gardner's down. As he got bent sideways on that tackle.
That's the one person you don't want to go down if you're Roy. They don't have a ton of depth. And I think it might be Froker, the punt builder, as the backup.
So while they look at Gardner, we'll step aside. 3:35 to go. Roy on the doorstep here, up by 14. All right, welcome back, folks. Gardner able to get off under his own power as Young takes the direct snap here. Looking for touchdown number 4, and he's got it. Gets to the corner. 3rd rushing touchdown tonight for Robert Young. 4th overall tonight, and it's all Roy here in the 4th.
That was an escape act right there. He was completely wrapped up, jumped out of the tackle, found his lane to the outside, and beat the man to the pylon. Phenomenal job by Young right there, getting around the Viking defense.
So the Royals find the end zone for the 4th time this half. Froker will kick the extra point. Kick is up.
Oh, not my car.
And it's good.
Man.
So 3:16 to go. It's 42-21. The Royals have doubled up the Vikings. Have outscored them 28-7 in this second half.
And it's crazy. It's really just been the 4th quarter. I mean, coming into the second half, it was 14-14. Game was within reach for both parties. But Viewmont, they're trying. There's a lot of good things going for them. And this squad isn't done yet. They're a tough squad. That's what I like about this team. I think that they're still going to be in the playoffs. I think they're still going to make a run. But they've got to kind of roll with the punches. They got quicksanded this game, it feels like. And no disrespect to Roy. Roy's played out of their minds.
The offense has woken up in the second half for sure, as Froker will kick this one into the end zone. As I think the big turning point was that 10-minute drive that Viewmont had to close the 3rd quarter / start the 4th quarter. They drove it all the way down the field, got to the 6-yard line, but had to turn it over on downs, and that was really the momentum shift, because they would have tied the game at 21 had they found the touchdown there.
I think the real momentum shift is when the safety made a tackle and got called for the penalty right there.
That's another one, too.
That's what really did it, because if Viewmont got the ball back and it was a punt, would have been a whole different game. And the momentum in this game has been palpable.
Completed catch for Tuya over on the far side. It's got a 1st down. As the Vikings just trying to move down the field here. Gain of 12 on that one for Cash Tuya.
1st down for Viewmont. At the 32-yard line.
3:08 to go in our 4th quarter. As Longson, quick fire over the middle, finds Tillman. Reverses course and then gets upfield for close to 10 yards there. Make it 9.
Yeah, they're calling it 9. Got to get to the ball real quick. Clock's a-ticking.
Clock's running under 3 minutes now.
Got the trips, and they've got numbers at the bottom.
Pass near side. Tuya's got another catch and another 1st down. Out near the 45-yard line.
Good job getting that quick 1st down. This is just time where you've got to go and you've got to get ready for the playoffs with your quick action game, understanding, hey, this is our 2-3 minute drill. Let's go.
Only 2 games left of the regular season after tonight. It's our last Friday night, Moose, as well. We'll have games Thursday night next week, as Longson, I think, lost the handle on that one. Incomplete. But yeah, we'll be calling a game on Thursday night next week, and then UEA weekends in 2 weeks, we'll have a Wednesday night game.
Really?
So,
wow.
It's our last Friday before the playoffs start.
That's crazy.
The time's really flown by this season.
I totally forgot about UEA weekend. I'm not even going to lie.
Always the last week of the regular season. We'll have most of the majority games will be Wednesday. Some will be on Thursday. Longson gets out of a sack, and he'll take it himself. near the first down. Let's see where they spot
They're going to
it.
give it to him.
I think they did. He spotted the 45. It'll be a first down with 2:30 to play.
So good move right there. If nothing's open down the field, don't force it. Live to see another day, and if you can gain 10 yards, that's a win.
They'll send 3 wideouts to the far side now.
Titans had a good rushing game tonight.
He's had one of his best rushing nights. It's over the middle. Tillman, again, reverses course a little bit. Gets 4 on that reception.
Got to get on the ball real quick.
Vikings settle on it, 2nd and 6. 4 wideouts for Longson. Quick pass to you. Gets to the 39 before he's escorted out of bounds. Clock is still running, so 2:05 and counting. As the Vikings still go to work here. The Vikings will have one final game here at Viewmont High. They'll be back here next Thursday night as that one's caught by Tillman. He's got the first down, breaks a tackle, and there he goes.
Not catching him.
Ryan Tillman goes 40 yards for the touchdown.
Phenomenal job by Tillman. One of the fastest kids in the entire state. Runs a 10-7. He grew up in the Maryland area, just a phenomenal young man. And he started his career at Northridge and then came over here to Viewmont last year. Had to play JV, but he's been a key addition to the Viewmont varsity team.
Second receiving touchdown of the season for Tillman. Makes it a 15-point game. As Breeze will be on for the extra point.
What I love to see is the fight's not gone from Viewmont in this game.
Yeah, it's good response there. Able to drive down the field. Tillman with the broken tackle for the touchdown. Breeze caps it off with the extra point, and it's 42-28 now. So the Vikings trying to keep it interesting here. With 1:41 to play. We've seen some crazy things happen, Moose, but
honestly, you might be able to knee it out.
3 timeouts still for the Vikings.
Yeah. So got to get a first down, I guess.
So 1 first down will do it. Or at least 3 plays would do it.
Look for the onside kick, though. We've seen crazier things happen. Only down by 2. You can score 2 touchdowns in a jiffy if you get 2 onside kicks.
So the Royals set up for the onside kick. The Vikings look ready for the onside kick as well. Just a matter of what side. As the Vikings will try to get the ball back here. And they'll kick it right down the middle. Roy gets on it at the 47, and they recover to hold on to it.
That was a high IQ play by the Roy player, 87. Looks like Riker Cordero. That was a high IQ play to run up and get the ball right there because you're allowed to touch it. The offense, the kicking team, isn't allowed to touch it. But if you can get it, get down on it, that secures the game right there quite quickly.
So again, the Vikings still have all 3 of their timeouts. They'll need to get a stop here to get the ball back with 1:41 to go. A first down would essentially end it for the Royals, as in at quarterback is Tyler Dixon, number 18, 5'10", 135 sophomore. Will handle the quarterback duties as he hands this one off. That's number 12, that's Rock Spiriton with the carry. Excuse me, number 13, that's Coy Tuckett, senior running back.
And we're guessing that they're just going to run 3 times in a row and hopefully punt. I've been waiting for a punt all night long. We just saw a blocked punt and no punt since.
That's the only punt we have seen from Roy tonight. Is that block punt to start to end the first quarter?
Yep. It's really just been about 2 key plays and momentum. That's the difference in this game, honestly. The pick 6 and the penalty.
The pick 6 was a big one too, because Viewmont was in the red zone and had a chance to go up 21-0 when that pick 6 happened.
Yeah.
Because it happened right off the block punt. It was all Viewmont at that point. But the Roy defense got the stop. Their second long-distance pick 6 in as many weeks. So they had one against Woods Cross last week. So 2nd and 7 here. Ball the 45-yard line. Hand this one off. Weaving through is Tuckett, and he's near the 40. And another timeout here for Viewmont. That'll bring up 3rd and 2 coming up here. Looking ahead for these two teams, I mentioned for Roy, the gauntlet started tonight for them as far as Region 5. They haven't had to play Viewmont. They haven't had to play Bountiful. They haven't had to play Northridge. They get Bountiful at home for senior night next week, and that's going to pretty much decide who wins this region, Moose.
Yeah. Siake Fekatoa, that dude's the truth.
That'll be a fun one next week to see who comes out with that Region 5 crown. Bountiful coming into tonight, the number 3 team in 5A.
They did lose to Viewmont earlier this year, and that's
their only region loss. They are 3-1 in region play, 6-1 overall. Their only loss all season is to this Viewmont team.
And it was surprising, but what a fantastic game.
So here's the game, folks. 3rd and 2. A first down will do it for the Royals. And the Vikings jump offside. It's Blake Moore up the middle.
Great job using the cadence. Sometimes that's how it goes. So that should be the end of the game.
There's only one timeout left for the Vikings. And there'll be a new set of downs here for the Royals with 1:29 to go.
Should be able to knee it out.
Should be able to.
I'm doing the math in my head. I think everyone is here.
Quick score update on Bountiful, by the way. They're up 43-21 at home against Bucks Elder, so they should be 7-1 coming into that game against Roy next week. So the Royals will elect to just run the ball here.
Number 13.
And Coach Jones, is he going to use his last timeout? He's clock stop. No, clock now run, so that should be it for this one. As a valiant effort from the Vikings, but the Royals will continue the quest for perfection. They will move to 8-0 on the season. Mentioned the last time they were 8-0, 2020, that Parker Kingston season.
So funny, he was their quarterback, and now he's a punt returner. He was sitting there, he's like, Jackson Dart is supposed to be the quarterback. I don't know what I'm doing here, but he did a phenomenal job. And he still throws the ball every once in a while for BYU.
I think we had a false start there on the snap.
Okay.
Just waiting to see it. Yep, false start. Yep, false start on Roy. They'll back up 5 yards. But they're still just 2 knees away from ending this one tonight. The loss will move Viewmont to 5-3 on the season, 2-3 in region play. As going into tonight, Moose, there was a 4-way tie for that 3rd spot in the region. Northridge, Viewmont, Woods Cross, and Bonneville all came in tonight with 2-2 records. As the Royals are 1 more knee away from claiming victory number 8 on the season. And in fact, they won't reset the play clock. That'll do it for tonight's contest. The Royals stormed back in the second half. They scored 28 unanswered points to take the lead and put the cap on this one. Your final score, 42-28, as the Royals move to 8-0.
For me, I'm going to give my game balls to Logan Sella and Robert Young. Both doing it on the ground, both doing it in the air, both doing it in different ways, but they were both phenomenal.
Yeah, my game ball goes to Robert Young. 4 total touchdowns tonight for the Royals, 3 on the ground, 1 through the air. It was electric for the Royals here in this one. So as I mentioned, the Royals moved to 8-0 on the season. They are back at home next Thursday night for senior night as they host the 3rd-ranked Bountiful Redhawks in a battle for the region title next week. For the Viewmont Vikings, they fall to 5-3. They will be home next week for their senior night as well, next Thursday night when they host the 11th-ranked Bonneville Lakers. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Moose, your final thoughts?
Just a great game. Thanks for coming, everybody.
All right, that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Your final score here from Viewmont High, the Roy Royals 42 and the Viewmont Vikings 28. As the Royals continue their undefeated season, moving to 8-0. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. For Tino behind the camera, and for Moose, I'm Matt Coma signing off. As you've been watching our KSL Sports Rewind's Game of the Week, have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you next week for Week 9 of the high school football season. Take care, everybody.